Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you've not done so, I would request you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification of the new videos that I'm coming up with. Hit that bell button and subscribe to all the videos that I'm going to be coming up with. The idea behind me sharing this is to add a lot of value to you and to add value to your communication journey. And if you really like my videos, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to comment on my videos, please go ahead and comment on those videos. And if you really want to share the videos, if you like the content and the videos that I'm coming up with, and if I add value to you, go ahead and share my channel and my videos with your network and friends. So today I have brought to you another important facet of communication, which I'm going to be talking to you about, and that is impression management. So I'm sure you must have heard this term. First impression is the last impression, and it is very much relevant and critical. So we're going to be talking about impression management in today's video. What do you feel is impression management? Well, impression management is nothing but self-presentation. It's actually a set of processes by which people control how they are perceived by others. More so in a professional setup, you would always want to have or put your best foot forward, right? You want to exert an impression on your target audience where you are considered favorably over others. And that's where impression management comes to the fore. Now, when we look at impression management, you would want to understand that impression management is for who? Well, it is important from a career or an entrepreneurial standpoint, and specifically, it is relevant to fresh employees or newbie entrepreneurs. So anybody who's joining the workforce fresh out of school or college, or anybody who's started a new venture, for them, impression management is extremely important. Now you'll also have this question in your mind that why is impression management important? Well, try to look at it from a standpoint of fresh employees, especially employees with not more than 2 years of experience, specifically in sales or marketing or customer facing roles. They need to exert a good impression on their customers, on consumers. Similarly, when you talk about newbie entrepreneurs, acquiring or retaining customers, impression management really paves the way for them. I have a word of caution here for you. Please don't overdo this. Do not overindulge in impression management. You need to be careful, right? When you are trying to exert an impression on somebody, you may come across as, being unethical or immoral, or, want to indulge in wrongful business practices to create lasting impressions. You need to be careful about it. And then on the other hand, there are a lot of employees or entrepreneurs who actually do indulge in unethical, immoral, and wrongful business practices just to create a lasting impression. Now, be careful about it, right? Indulging in any one or more of these, believe me, is to your own peril. So I don't suggest or I don't advocate that, while impression management is important, please don't overdo this because it's going to be counterproductive. It's not going to really help you. In a given way, if you do more of this, this will definitely add to a disadvantage for you, and the customers may totally avoid you. So use this with caution. There are certain benefits to, creating lasting impressions on your target audiences. From an employee standpoint, of course, you may be rewarded with higher performance ratings and evaluations. And better impression management also leads to a fair degree of emotional intelligence and maturity that you would have or you would exert within any particular environment or ecosystem that you may be a part of. Impression management is also essential for employability and on-the-job performance, specifically when you are interacting with customers, you're interacting with consumers, or you're interacting with stakeholders very frequently. Impression management is most effective when it is used wisely and in moderation. Again, I give you a word of caution before as well. Use it wisely and use it in moderation, because the more you do it, the more you will come across as somebody who's not authentic or genuine. And you need to be careful while exerting impressions during interviews per se. You should not end up sounding fake or boastful about yourself. While an interview is an interaction where you want to put your best foot forward, but still be careful when you're trying to exert an impression on the recruiters or the hiring managers or the hiring team. Now, definitely you would be thinking that, okay, impression management is important, but how do you do it? How do you ensure that you exert good impressions on your target audiences? First thing first, be an attentive and a good listener. Listen more, speak less. When you're asking questions, ask meaningful questions. Don't ask or don't try to ask irrelevant questions where the other person would not actually take you favorably. And then try to build connections with your audiences beyond professionalism. Now, what do I mean by that? So there is a professional relationship that definitely you would have with your customers, your managers, your stakeholders, your bosses or colleagues, right? But then you may want to ask them about their family. You may want to ask them about how they were feeling, if they were not well. Now, these are certain things which are little beyond professionalism. It's actually courteousness, but the other person should feel comfortable answering your questions. Don't put the other person in an uncomfortable position. At the same time, you will be seen as somebody who's actually caring from that standpoint, and somebody who people really want to connect with. Another way that you can exert an impression over your target audiences is that try to weave a story around your experiences and try to become as memorable as possible. The more memorable you are, the more people remember an interaction with you, the better is the impression that you have exerted upon that particular target audience. Always do not forget to smile and radiate positivity to let your target audiences enjoy your company. Remember, you just need to smile and radiate positivity. You don't really need to laugh. Okay, so you should come as joyful and cheerful, and somebody who's actually radiating a lot of positivity so that the other person really wants to connect with you. Yeah. So that's pretty much it on impression management. If you've not done so, I would request you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you like my videos, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to comment on my videos, please feel free to do so. And if you want to share this value that I'm giving to you with your particular friends, colleagues, or your particular network, please feel free to do so. Till next time, take care. Keep on honing your communication journey. Keep on honing your communication skills. Keep on practicing the communication value that I'm trying to offer you. So go ahead and do well. All the best.